Chairman of the Committee on Budget, which I have the honor of serving with him, Mr. Arrington, for 2 minutes.
The gentleman is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank Mr. Valadeo, Mr. Speaker. I'm grateful to my appropriator colleagues for right-sizing the bureaucracy after this government grew 40% during COVID and reining in the spending, the wasteful and unnecessary spending. The taxpayers deserve fiduciaries that spend their money like it was our money. That's really the prevailing philosophy we should all embrace. And I, again, commend the appropriators for the painstaking efforts to rein this in. But I want to highlight, I support the bill, but I want to highlight in an amendment one of the most egregious and largest wasteful spending categories, and that's improper payments. The federal government wastefully and fraudulently spends taxpayer monies at an alarming rate. Last year, it was almost $300 billion. Actually, in 2021, last year, it was $245 billion. Mr. Speaker, that's money you could spend on a soldier or a sailor or on a safety net or on infrastructure. It is going nowhere. It is larger than the Department of Energy and Commerce. It's larger than the Department of Justice. It's a third of our defense spending. And the VA is not the only problem. It's pervasive. But at the VA, there's a long-term care category that has an improper payment rate of 47%. Think about that. Almost 50 cents on every dollar is wasted in this program. It's unconscionable, Mr. Speaker. And if you look across the board, the earned income tax credit, 30 cents on every dollar wasted, $18 billion. The Medicaid program wasted $80 billion last year. The child tax credit wasted $5 billion. The list goes on. If we're going to rein in spending, if we're going to save the country from a debt crisis, we got to get our fiscal house in order and focus on improper payments. It's not right. And I thank you for the indulgence.
The gentleman yields back. The gentlelady from Florida.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield 2 minutes.